Have you looked at your hairline recently and noticed it's getting worse? Have you started seeing some missing patches of hair or shedding that was never there before? You might be hoping that it's just gonna go away on its own, but deep down, you know it's only gonna get worse, bro. And trust me, I get it. I was in the exact same spot as you at 25. Thinning crown, receding hairline, more and more hair falling out every single day. I mean, if I had waited one more year, I honestly might have gone completely bald. But after months of trial and error, I figured out a routine that helped me fully regrow my hair in just 45 days. And in this video, you're gonna learn the exact steps, tools, and products I use to successfully regrow my hair. So if you're losing your hair, this is one video you seriously can't afford to skip. Have you ever had one of those moments where you look in the mirror and your stomach drops because something's changed? And not in a good way. That moment hit me hard when I turned my head one day and saw a full-on bald spot forming at the back of my scalp. Now, up until that point, I had noticed my hairline thinning a bit, but I didn't take it seriously. I thought maybe I was just overthinking it, or maybe it was just a bad haircut or stress or whatever. But seeing how much worse that bald spot was getting, that really shook me. It felt like it had come out of nowhere. And I knew right then, if I didn't figure out what was going on fast, I'd likely be completely bald within a year or two. So what did I do? I went all in, bro. I started researching like my hair depended on it, because honestly, it did. I visited a holistic Eastern medicine doctor. Then I went to a traditional Western doctor. All the while, I was searching the internet trying to understand what was going on, what was the cause. And the one question I kept asking myself over and over and over again was this: why am I losing my hair? And that obsession, it actually started giving me answers. What I found was that it wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just genetics like everyone says. It was actually a combination of things that luckily I had total control over. Like for one, DHT sensitivity, chronic stress, a bad diet loaded with processed sugars and food, inconsistent sleep, and even poor scalp health caused by potential irritants in my environment. Up until that point, I had no idea how much my day-to-day routine was slowly killing my hair. But once I connected the dots, I started to realize something huge. My hair loss was not inevitable. Actually, it was completely reversible. And if you're watching this, chances are yours is too. You just need the right step-by-step plan. And that's exactly what I'm about to share with you next. If someone told you that in just 45 days, you could start seeing real regrowth on your hairline and crown, would you actually believe them? Because honestly, I didn't either until I lived it. When I first looked into the mirror and saw that bald spot on the back of my head, my first thought wasn't, I'm f***ed. It was, how do I fix my hair? But now looking back, it should have been, how do I fix my body so my hair has a reason to grow again? Why should it have been this? Because after doing a ton of research and seeing both an Eastern and Western doctor, I realized my main issue was DHT sensitivity. That's what was hitting my hairline and crown hard. So my plan had to directly attack that. But what most people miss is that your hair is also built from the nutrients you feed your body. And it's not even a priority in the body's nutrient chain. So if you're like most people, if your gut's inflamed, if your hormones are off, or your body is under constant stress, your hair doesn't stand a chance, bro. That's why I didn't just build a hair growth routine, I built a full body transformation protocol. This is exactly what I did for that protocol, step by step. Okay, morning and night, I applied topical minoxidil foam to my problem areas. I microneedled once a week with a 1mm Dermapen, making sure not to apply minoxidil for 24 hours after. I washed my hair 1 to 2 times a week using ketoconazole 2% shampoo, paired with a hair thickening shampoo and conditioner. Every single day, I took 2 tablespoons of Vital Proteins collagen peptides. I took Dr. Berg's vitamin D3 and Natural Life Labs vitamin B complex daily too. Twice a day, morning and night, I used Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil on my scalp. I got 8 hours of sleep most nights. I drank at least 64 ounces of water, sometimes up to a gallon each day. I meditated for 15 minutes 5 times a week to manage stress and inflammation. I cut back on junk food to just once or twice a week. And most importantly, I took finasteride 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and eventually started tapering that off to 1 time a week on Wednesday. This was crucial for me personally, because if you're sensitive to DHT and you don't take steps to block it, you're gonna keep losing hair no matter what you do topically, bro. But even with all of that, none of it would have worked without the consistency. You can't just treat this like a 3-day hair spa, bro. You have to commit to it like it's a fitness transformation, because it literally is. And when I did this fitness transformation, my body responded. My hair started growing back fast. Faster than I ever could have imagined, to be honest. And if you follow these exact steps I followed, I guarantee you're gonna start being able to regrow your hair. But looking back, I still believe I could have regrown my hair even faster using my current upgraded routine. Now, if you want to know how I've upgraded my routine since then and what I'm doing now to make sure I never go bald again, avoid using finasteride and its potential side effects, and maintain the healthiest hair I've probably ever had, stick around because I'm breaking that down in the next section. By the way, bro, all products I used will be linked in the description and pinned comments down below. And if you're tired of just watching videos without getting any results, book a 15-minute consultation with me. Also, if you want a free ebook to help you reach any goals you might want, sign up for my email list below. Have you ever wondered what happens after you grow your hair back? Like, once you finally start seeing results, do you just stop? Do you coast? Or do you double down and evolve the routine? Because I didn't stop. I kept refining it. And the routine I'm using today, in my opinion, is more powerful than anything I've ever done before. In my original routine, I was able to regrow a massive chunk of my hair back in just 45 days. And I honestly believe the reason it worked so well wasn't because of just one product. It was because I took a holistic approach. I wasn't trying to fix my scalp. I was fixing my body. I focused on getting more nutrients. I focused on stress management. I focused on healing the inflammation in my body. Everything that could affect the health of my hair, I addressed. And now your boy has taken that approach to the next level. In fact, I've been off finasteride, the most powerful and important part of my original protocol, for 4 months now. And guess what? My hair's still growing, bro. Still thick, still healthy. How though? Well, I made 2 big upgrades to my routine. First, I swapped out the synthetic finasteride for a natural DHT blocker. I won't lie, finasteride worked really well for me, but I kept experiencing side effects that I talk more about in this video. Long story short, I experienced a lowered to non-existent sex drive and weird emotional dips, so much so that I even created a finasteride on and off cycle to try and mitigate the effects, which in all fairness seemed to be working, but I knew this wasn't sustainable long-term for me, so I had to find another option. Second, I changed my entire diet. I used to eat high carb, high protein, low fiber. Now I'm eating low carb, high protein, and high fiber. And I follow this about 80% of the time. Why? Because from what I've learned so far, I personally believe healing my gut is also healing my hair. The reason for this is because when your digestion is off, your body isn't absorbing nutrients at its best level. And like I said before, hair is one of the last places your body sends nutrients to. So naturally, fixing my gut has been a top priority in regrowing my hair. And honestly, I haven't talked much about this yet, but ever since I made this diet shift and cut finasteride, my hair looks the healthiest it ever has. It started getting thicker, shinier, and it retains moisture a lot better. Honestly, it just feels more alive. Now, am I saying this is the only way? No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what's worked for me. But if you're dealing with hair loss and you're serious about getting it back without potentially wrecking your body in the process, this routine might be your game changer, bro. So now that you know everything I did to grow my hair back in 45 days, it's time for you to do the same thing. And the best way to start doing that is to check out why your hair loss is not inevitable and show you how to identify the type of hair loss you're experiencing so you can stop it now.